Hi, welcome to On the Daily. I'm your host, Danielle McCleary. In this episode, I'm going to talk about your vision. I'm going to talk about how to expand your vision to match your current reality or to match the reality that you are seeking and how quickly it can shift. So if you feel like you've been hitting a wall lately, if you feel like you've been in this plateau, if you feel like you are, up against something impossible, or you feel like everything's falling apart, this episode is for sure for you, because I'm going to kind of teach you how to get out of this analysis paralysis. I'm also going to teach you how to move beyond your current scope and just kind of paint a picture for how far you can go. So listen in. Hey friend, welcome to On the Daily. I'm your host, Danielle McCleary, and I am a quantum business coach. I'm the host of this podcast. I'm a multi-six-figure entrepreneur, co-founder and president of Hype You Media, and CEO of Danielle on the Daily Coaching. What I'm really interested in is helping you live a life and have a business that is a full body yes. So through all of my education and all of my experience, I'm bringing you 2 episodes a week where I will guide you and give you the tools necessary to scale a massive, sustainable, and sexy business using your intuition, wealth energetics, and human design. What we can call it is business biohacking. So if you're down for that, then I say let's frickin' go. I'm so glad you're here. Before we get into this episode, I have to tell you, I just hosted the most incredible VIP weekend at my home. I had 2 of my clients here and we did everything. We had the deepest, most profound conversations. We looked at their business from a strategic perspective, helped to really map out where to go next. We also went paddleboarding. We had a private chef. They had a private driver. We went to this bougie dinner in Austin. We had an amazing breakfast. We worked out. We had a sound bath. There was just so many amazing things we did. And it was just such a beautiful weekend. And I decided I'm doing it again. I'm going to do it again in October 13th, 14th, and 15th. You would leave the 16th. This investment is a $5,000 investment. The deposit is $1,500. And once that deposit drops, you have until October to pay the rest of your balance. But once you pay and invest in this, everything else is paid for. So we are going to book your flights. We are going to set up your drivers. We're going to pay for your dinner. We're going to pay for your coffee. We're going to pay for your breakfast. We're going to pay for your experiences. This is really an incredible opportunity. It's called Expand, and you will come and you will get treated to luxury. You will be weighted on hand and foot. I will challenge your mind, make you think on a bigger scale. It was just the most amazing thing. And I'm so excited to do it again. I only have 1 spot left for October. So if you are feeling the pull for an in-person intimate experience, this is it. And you have to DM me on Instagram at Danielle_on-the-daily, or you have to email my team at hey@daniellemccleary.com to really get the info for that and see if it's a fit and if we can make it work. But I'm excited and I hope that you join us. The last little bit I want to share with you about ways to work with me currently are, I have a 3-week mini mastermind starting August 8th. It's called I'm That Bitch. And it is a 3-week mini mastermind all about personal power and leadership. People who give their power away are people pleasers, and you kind of live in this constant cycle of doubt and fear and guilt and shame. And you wake up every day wondering whose feelings you're going to hurt, or you don't want to do anything wrong. You feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. You feel like you can't speak your truth. You feel like you're triggered all the time. This is an example of not standing in your power. And this is something that I have mastered. I have mastered personal power. I do not let scarcity have a role in my life. And I want to teach you about it. I want to have conversations about it. And the reason why I decided to do a mastermind instead of a course was because I wanted to have conversations and I wanted it to be more live and feel more connected. And so there are still some spaces available for this. I am only taking between 10 and 15 women. And so if this is you, click the link in our show notes to register for that. If you have any questions, again, hey@daniellemccleary.com, or come find me on Instagram, Danielle McCleary, or Danielle_on-the-daily, and I can answer any questions you have. But this is going to be really, really powerful. And I'm really, really, really excited about this. So make sure that you let us know if you are looking for something more long-term, I still have my Scale to Six Mastermind, which is for entrepreneurs who have they have a business and you are looking to scale that to multi-six, seven figures a year and are wanting the support and the mentorship to do it. So if you are looking for something like that and more of a mastermind setting, but more geared towards scaling your business, then Scale to Six is definitely calling your name. And again, reach out to me or my team and we can kind of point you in the right direction for that. So today we're talking about vision and kind of this analysis paralysis that people have and just really keeping ourselves small and why that is so damaging. So I'll start this episode by saying I just finished a live launch and a live run of my business launching course called From Zero to Launch. This course in 90 days teaches you how to create offers, sell an offer, scale offers, and launch a business. I noticed because of the platform we use, I can see where everyone is in the program. And even though like the program is technically done, there are people who haven't gotten past the second phase, which is where you build the offer and you sell an offer and you really like get down to business. And what that tells me is it's not the content of this course, but it is the mindset regarding it's people thinking that they are not good enough or they're scared or the scarcity sets in and then analysis paralysis sets in. So then they don't move. And I think this happens a lot in business. At some point, you're going to have analysis paralysis. And the best way to transcend that is to make the decision that scarcity does not live in your business, that you do not have the availability in your life for scarcity. And when you make that choice, then when you are faced with like some tough decisions or you are faced with some uncomfortable feelings or things are feeling like they're happening really fast, you can handle it. And it's not something that's going to slow you down or paralyze you. And I think another thing that we can kind of talk about with this is the way that vision plays into it. And I've met so many entrepreneurs, solopreneurs when I meet them that have this vision of serving their hyperlocal community. They want to serve their town. And that's great. I think you should serve your town. One of my private clients that came to me over a year ago, she is an incredible wedding invitation designer. She does a lot of stuff for weddings. She can coordinate your wedding. She's so skilled. This woman is so talented and so artistic and crafty. And her vision was her small town. And when we started working together, I was kind of that mirror for her to be like, you have an online business. Online is global. Why are we settling with this hyper local community and thinking that that is the extent of your network? It's not. It's just the one that you've confined yourself to. And so I think if you're thinking about your vision, does your vision include just the people that are close to you? Does it include global community? Does it include a bigger population? These are all really important questions to ask yourself because oftentimes we think that we have this global vision, but then when we think about the moves we're making and how we're afraid to speak up. We're afraid to speak our mind. We're afraid to put out ads. We're afraid to, put our stuff on a website. We're afraid to, actually get an LLC or an S Corp and actually make it a real business. That tells me that your vision is really small and it's just very much centered on like your hyperlocal community. And y'all, your vision can be bigger than that. You can include your hyper-local community, but your vision can be bigger than that. And it should be bigger than that because if it's not bigger than that, then you're keeping yourself small intentionally. I think it's easy to do that. It's easy to kind of keep ourselves small in this bubble because if we do that, then, we're in an echo chamber of people that know us and love us. And in order to have a multi-million-dollar business, you have to be willing to have a few haters. You can't have a lot of people like you unless a lot of people don't like you. And that is something that I have really learned over the years and have at times learned the hard way. And I can say that keeping yourself small is not actually easier. It's not going to feel good in the long run. And so expand your vision. Your business can be bigger than you are giving it credit to be right now. And the moves you are making are keeping you small. So what can you do to make your vision bigger? What can you do to expand your way of thinking? If you are the biggest fish in your pond, you are not growing. There was a time when I thought $20,000 a month would be life-changing. I would be like, oh my gosh, that would be life-changing money. And like, it is life-changing money. And now, given the size of the business I have, the investments that I have, the people that I pay, the systems that I use and operate that have to be paid for every month, the housekeeper that I pay $200 a week to clean my house, like if I made $20,000 a month, that would be a very bad month in business. That would be very scary. That would be a reason to be concerned. If I did $25,000 a month, that would be a reason to be concerned. There would be something wrong. And it's crazy to look back and go, I used to think that was it. That was the pinnacle. And now that would be a very slow month. There was a time when I used to think about hosting these events and like having private cars pick people up from airports, and it felt so far away. And now I just did it and I'm already sold out. I've almost already sold out the next one. And it's because I was willing to let my vision get bigger. And the way that I did that is I put myself into bigger spaces where I did feel a little uncomfortable, spaces that did scare me a little bit. But instead of entering those spaces and then getting analysis paralysis and freezing, I kept moving. I kept making the bold decision. I kept making the powerful choice. I kept making the move that was most aligned with the life that I wanted to live. And ultimately, if it does not cause resonance in my body, it causes dissonance. And so letting fear and scarcity take over caused dissonance in my body. I did not like that feeling. I did not want that feeling. And I wasn't available for that feeling. And once that happened, then growth really started to happen at a rapid rate. So if your vision is small, if you're keeping your vision in this like tiny little space, right? And you're not thinking about what's actually possible because you've never put yourself in a position with people who have gone bigger, then you are keeping yourself in this echo chamber. You're keeping yourself in this small space. And if you're the biggest fish in the pond, you have stopped growing. So put yourself in a bigger pond. Be willing to look outside of your hyperlocal community and pay attention to the people who are making bigger things happen. If you look around and nobody's had like massive success around you in a while, put yourself in a different space. See how fast you grow. I hired a new coach this year. I moved away from a coach that I felt like I had kind of outgrown a little bit. And I hired a coach that was A, living the life I wanted to live, but B, has the numbers and the receipts to prove it. And I immediately was in a space with people who made more money than me. And that was uncomfortable and it was a little scary. And since then, my business has grown because it's put me into a growth mindset. My vision expanded. I used to think that $100,000 a year was a lot of money. And then I entered spaces where people were making $400,000 a month and my vision grew. There was a time when I thought making $10,000 a day would be, or $10,000 a month would be crazy. Now a $10,000 day doesn't happen every day, but when it does, it's business as usual, right? There was a neutrality that came with putting yourself in a bigger space. And if you keep yourself in a small space, you're kind of perpetuating the state of anxiety and stress that you've been in. So grow the vision, move beyond your hyper-local communities, put yourself in spaces with people that have what you want or have what you didn't even know was possible. That will grow your vision. Huge. Like I said, if that is a space you're looking for, my Scale to 6 Mastermind is definitely the space to do it. That space will change you in the best way possible. If you want to have your vision expanded, book this VIP weekend at my house. It'll change you. You will not leave here the same. You will not leave here the same, period. So I hope this was helpful. And we'll be back on Friday with another episode. This whole month is going to be a lot of mindset and like ego work, talking about ego, talking about subconscious mind. So I hope you're ready. Have a beautiful day. Bye.